Hello to all my friends in Placer County. Good to be with you tonight. It's Lance Christensen, candidate for State Superintendent of Public Instruction. I know many of you and have for some time. I'm glad to be with you tonight. I apologize I couldn't be there. I have a commitment in Los Angeles I made a few weeks back, and I'm speaking to a lot of parents that are just upset with what's going on in education, and a lot of them of mixed political and ideological bents. They simply want the incumbent Tony Thurmond to go. And so for that reason, I'm running for State Superintendent of Public Instruction. You can find more about my bio and my platform at lancechristensen.com. If you're not already, you can follow me at Lance for CA Super on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I also have a Medium blog where I outline a lot of the different issues and principles that I want to attack. Most recently today, I published a piece on CRT, and we'll do more on the race as it goes forward, especially as I rack up endorsements. Recently, 12 newspapers across the state, including the Orange County Register, the Los Angeles Daily Times, and the Bakersfield Californian, have endorsed my race. I've also been endorsed by the California Republican Party and the California Congress of Republicans, and a lot of other reputable people that you would recognize, including Jonathan Zackerson of Reopen California Schools. A lot of you are my friends and have been for some time. So we've done a lot of work together over my 17 years in and out of the legislature. Working at two think tanks, the Department of Finance, and also most recently is my work in drafting the school choice initiative that many of you worked on or signed. It was a labor of love the last year, and it's unfortunate it didn't happen, but we can't give up. Something I learned through this whole process was the superintendent really has a lot of authority. It's an office that most people don't recognize even exists or even know who's in it. But as we were drafting an initiative, we felt that it was important to make sure we hold our schools accountable. And the superintendent, if properly organized and implemented, that office can do just that. But it can also be an office that can leave parents alone to raise their children and educate them the best way they see fit. The department is a $125 million department that oversees much of what happens in terms of curriculum and audits, charter schools, credentialing, and other issues. The superintendent is the executive director of the Department of Education and the ex officio member of the Board of Education as well. So that is like a big bully pulpit, somewhere where you can really be active. I'm the father of 5 kids. I've got my own K through 12 education system at home. My youngest being 5, well, she just turned 6 years old. She's a kindergartner. And my oldest turning 18 recently and graduating from high school. I understand the challenges that parents face. My kids are all public school students. My 2 oldest go to 2 different high schools because of a situation we have. Again, we as parents understand and know their proclivities and their interests and made sure we could accommodate that. We also have 3 younger kids that are being homeschooled through a local charter school. And again, those are public schools and opportunities that a lot of parents should be able to have. But right now, our current incumbent, Tony Thurmond, has made sure to do everything he can to disrupt, get rid of, or take away options for parents. That's one of his campaign promises, is to do the party line of the teachers union. Now, I know a lot of great teachers in the state. They're amazing. And over the years, the 13 years that we've been in the system, we've had some pretty incredible people. But the teachers union has found its power in keeping around teachers that have no business in being in the classroom or in front of your students. And so I'm working really hard to take that power back and give it to you. I want to add parents back into the education equation. That's why I'm running. So a few things that I would do. First, I would have a chief parent advocate as one of my deputies in the office once I get there. I'd make sure that person isn't taking charge of everything, but helps filter information that's helpful for me to know about what parents struggle with, IEPs or district transfers, maybe getting into a charter school, or maybe getting other resources that the kids should legally be given. Then I would do an approach to analyze the department's budgets and programs at the top. The administration costs for the Department of Education, the superintendent's office this year is $125 million. That's a lot of bureaucracy. What can we do to thin that down? And then I would actually invite all the school board members and superintendents of the 1,000 school districts throughout the state up to the Gold One Center. We'd have a little town hall meeting, and I would talk really openly about our constitutional authorities and what we could do to improve the lives of our parents. And frankly, I'd give a lot of authority and responsibility back. But this last 2 years, the current superintendent's hid underneath his desk. He's let the governor take his emergency powers and usurp any authority he had over opening schools. I'll never, ever let that happen again. In fact, I'll be the guy every day yelling and screaming and fighting for your rights as a parent to do whatever you think is best for your children's education. Again, you can find me at lancechristensen.com or on social media. I look forward to being with you here in the near future, and I hope that you'll vote for me on June 7th. If we can win 50% plus one of the vote on June 7th, there's no final vote in November. The election is over. So I need your support. Again, lancechristensen.com, and I appreciate your time. Have a nice night.